I started the day almost hitting a max loss, but I didn't, and I actually ended up breaking even, which was a fantastic win. But throughout the day, I made a significant number of mistakes, and in this video, I'm going to be outlining my thought process, why I entered into certain trades, why they were mistakes, so that way you can learn what to do and what not to do to help you become a more consistently profitable trader. If you're new to the channel, my name is VJ. I'm on the path to becoming a consistently profitable day trader. In these videos, I document my trading journey throughout the day, what I'm thinking, some wins, some losses, what I do better next time, and so I'm just sharing my thought process so someone like you can hopefully learn something from it. Before we jump into the charts, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let's jump into it. Okay, well, looking at the weekly, we actually took out this high from the previous week. We are almost at this high right up here, and we may possibly take that out either today, tomorrow, or Friday. It is NFP week, so I got to be careful with my trading. On the daily, you can see it's just a little bit more zoomed in. We are pretty much right at this wick at the top, and so I want to see how price reacts right there. But this big green candle indicates bullish presence, which is a good thing. I just don't know what's going to happen today. Maybe we take this out today, or maybe we take it out another day. 4-hour price came down. It's not really showing which direction it wants to go, so right now I have no bias on price. And on the 1 hour, still not really sure where price wants to go. It does look a little bullish, but with the larger time frames, it's hard to tell. So right now, no trades are happening. So what I see here is that price actually wicked through the swing high, but there is still some more liquidity right up here on the 15-minute and on the 4-hour chart. So we haven't fully taken out liquidity yet. All right, well, I spoke too soon. It just took out this liquidity, which is a good sign. Now I want to see if it is showing willingness to go lower. Yeah, this is perfect. So wick through shows willingness to go lower. Now I need to look for an entry pattern. So either a bearish order block or a fair value gap. But right now we're just going to wait for a little bit more confirmation before we enter. On the 15-second, actually, this could have been a good entry. Came right into this fair value gap, and it may go lower. Here's a break in structure, but we're just gonna watch and see. We are in a sell model now, so I'm gonna try to enter right here at 45.1350. Okay, I'm seeing how it reacts right here on this order block in the 5-minute. It's possible it may come right back up here, but my stop is gonna be, maybe I just missed the trade. If it takes out these lows, it just means I missed the trade. Good, okay, close below these order blocks, which is good. It's right at the CE. I want to see if it comes up here and tags me in. Okay, maybe gonna get filled here. So price is at the fair value gap. I want to see if it wants to reach up to this bearish order block. Okay, we are filled, and if I get stopped up here, I get stopped, but I'm gonna target these lows right here. I'm watching the charts right here. 5-minute came right here. It kind of rejected this. I want to see how this 1-minute close, if it closes above the mean threshold, I'm out. It's not rejecting as quickly as I'd like it to. There we go. I needed to continue moving my stop here because it really should not go higher than that. If it does, then it means I'm wrong. Good, everything is going lower, which is a good sign, but it's not as aggressive as I want it to be. It's 15 seconds retracing a little. Okay, filled in this gap. Okay, I want to see how price reacts right here at the mean threshold. Okay, it's going above. I think I may just, yes, the problem is I've closed early in the past, but usually price goes exactly where I want it to after, so, but it's not moving as fast as I want it to, so I think, there we go. I just canceled it and closed the order. Basically break even trade. It was not as aggressive of a displacement as I would have liked it to be. Plus here it closed above the main threshold, so this is just not a trade that is high probability anymore. Taking a look at the 1-minute, price came right to the CE. It did not just shoot down, which was the issue. Came here, this is where I entered, and it would have taken me out if I put my stop right there, which I did. I'm glad I exited at a break-even trade. All right, so what I did was on the high of this daily chart, I drew over a line, and that is this line right here on the 1-minute. Price just swept it. I want to see what it wants to do, whether it's showing willingness to go lower. And again, I am a counter trend trader, and I need to basically only look for shorts in this environment. This is also coincidentally right at the CE of this wick, and so this could be the next round liquidity if we are still bullish. Okay, it's showing willingness to go up, so I'm going to enter on this order block right here, 45.1775. And if I get filled, I'm putting a stop right here underneath the red candle. I actually canceled that order because I do see this order block here on the 5-minute, which is actually right underneath where I wanted to enter, plus price already moved away super far. Something I could look at is entering in on 15-second candles. Like this right here, I was eyeing this, but I didn't enter. Very tight stop, and then just kind of let it rocket ship away, since we do have a little bit of space for price to continue going higher. It's at in 5 minutes, the 4 hour is going to close, and so I'm actually not sure where price wants to go. I know the daily draw on liquidity is somewhere up here, but it could technically come lower before going higher. So gonna sit out and just wait for a good trade setup. Okay, the draw on liquidity I think is this new week opening gap up here. Prices continue wants to go up, so I'm gonna try to get long here, 45.24. Let's see if I get filled. It's gonna be a tight stop, about 2 handles or so. I don't know, it's like part of me feels like I'm chasing price, but at the other part it's like, no, I think trading these trends usually, of course not 100%, but it may work out as long as I follow good risk management. We'll see, maybe I'll get filled. 1 tick away. On the 15-second, there's a little gap here. That's exactly where I'm entering, but not sure if I will get filled. Still waiting. Come on, 1 more tick. It's my absolute favorite. Okay, so I canceled the order. I guess I just don't trust trend trading system, and it's not moving as aggressively as I'd like it to. Right here, I do see that the 5-minute close, there's a giant fair value gap here, which makes me nervous. So if this comes down here, I might be looking for potential long entries on the 5-minute. Looking at the 1-minute, looks like it touched the wick, it didn't touch the body, and that's kind of where I was not able to trade. All right, trying to get long again here. This new week opening gap is right here. It's within reach. I think we could target that, but I don't think I'll get filled here just because it's already wicked through. There we go, got filled. So I am targeting 6 handles. That comes up to, yeah, this is exactly where I'm gonna get stopped out, just because it's a strategy I didn't really back test. Oh, this FOMO. If it goes below, just means I'm wrong, and that's okay. Still holding on. Gonna exit right here. That is a 3R trade, which is good for me. There we go, got stopped. I was looking at the 15-second, I noticed it did not create a higher high, and that was my first indication that I was offsides, but before I could come and close out, I was not able to, so took a haircut on this trade. Hey, hope you're enjoying this video. If you could give us a like and a subscribe, that would really help with the YouTube algorithm and for us to share our message with the rest of the trading community. It's interesting because this gap that I mentioned earlier is exactly where price came down to, filled it in. Now it may want to go up, so that was the initial entry I had right here, but then I moved it up because of FOMO, and that's why I got in, I got stopped. So that is something to remember for next time. Okay, so taking a look at this, price went up. It's showing displacement. Maybe this change in structure, I'm not sure yet. Just kind of bounced around in here, so there's nothing here I want to trade. The things I notice is there's some buy side liquidity up here, and there's a fair value gap here, so I want to see how price reacts here, and if it shows willingness to go higher on the 5-minute, and that goes into the fair value gap of the 15-minute. Based on how price reacts, I may potentially look for a long entry to target this high up here. Price is into this fair value gap right here. I want to see how the 15-second reacts. I want to see if it creates a break of structure or any willingness to go higher. So far, nothing's happening, just keeps going lower, so we don't enter. I missed this entire bearish move, which is okay. I'm just saying what I could have learned for next time. Here, there was no real sweep of liquidity. Yeah, this one candle was a little bit higher, and then this one came and stopped at below the mean threshold. So on the 15-second, this could have been a good short, but doesn't necessarily mean this is a high quality trade. So there was nothing here for me to enter on. It's just a trade that went down without me, and that is okay. Okay, so price came into this order block right here. It is showing some reaction. I want to see if it came into this fair value gap and touching almost this order block. So let's see how it reacts. Okay, it's creating some relative equal lows here, so I don't think the move is done yet, and it did not displace aggressively, so I need to see that happen. Ideally, I would have liked it for it to come a little bit lower into this area. Okay, so price came right into this order block on the 5-minute. On the 1 hour, it's basically, it's touching the New York midnight open. The 4 hour does have a little bit more space to go until it touches this order block, so I want to see how the reaction is here. Okay, so 5-minute is right at the CE here, and 4 hour is almost at the order block, so I think just a little bit more, and then I want to see this reaction. Jeez, this is super aggressive, just non-stop, just going up, shooting down. The 4 hour is right at the mean threshold area, came a little bit lower, actually almost hit the new week opening gap. So I want to see what type of rejections we may or may not have here. There's a bunch of sell side liquidity here, so it's possible that it takes us out. And then there's of course more liquidity here on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. So I want to see how price reacts to all of this. I think this is the single most important part in trading that most people fail to neglect. It's when you know not to do anything. I'm looking at the charts. There's literally no setup here for me, and I don't know which way the market wants to go. Yeah, there's a giant wick, came down to this order block, is going up, but we still have 3 hours on the 4 hour for this to close. So price on the 15-minute could come into this fair value gap and then go lower, or it could just shoot up. So at this point, I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. And this is when I've lost so much money because I'm trying to force a trade. And I'm sharing this experience with you because maybe some of you are going through the same thing, right? You know exactly how to trade. You just don't know how to manage your emotions, and you're just trying to get that dopamine hit. And this is kind of why I'm creating this video, because if you're able to avoid trading in these choppy conditions, you can save a ton of money and just help you survive just a little bit longer until you are profitable. So taking a look at this, it looks like there are relative equal lows on the 1 minute, and right here seems like a probable entry to get long, and that happens to be at the CE of this wick. So I'm thinking about placing a buy order right here at 4504.75. Put in a buy order, and it's almost like I'm trying to catch a falling knife almost, but we'll see if I even get filled. And I don't know, I guess I don't feel super confident in this trade, and so I'm actually going to cancel it. Let's say I'm right. Let's say it actually does come here and then takes off. I don't know, part of me just doesn't feel like this is the best quality trade because more of or for whatever reason, I don't know. I know it can reject from here and then go up, but I think I'd rather see it come here. I think I need to wait for confirmation before entering, and that includes a displacement candle, and then I would enter in on a fair value gap or an order block. I think by just entering right here, it's kind of a hoping strategy, which I don't feel confident with. So even though, yeah, I came here, put it in order, I ended up canceling it. All right, so we're in the lunch macro right now. I noticed that the 1 hour came right to the CE of this, went up. So the drawn liquidity is up here on the 1 hour, which means we're still trending up. And CE right here, the price came, touched it right here on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, below all these relative equal lows. Price actually came right to the CE on the 5 minute, and yeah, price is going up. There was nothing here I wanted to participate in. Maybe this right here, there is a mitigation block. Price can come down and basically touches it on the 5 minute and then it rallies up, but then I'd have to put my stop under here with all the relative equal lows. So nothing here that I wanted to participate in, so I'm okay watching this trade go without me. Taking a look at this, the 1 hour came down here to the CE, went up, and it created relative equal highs up here. The 4 hour also, showed clear willingness to go higher. These relative equal highs here, I want to see price displace above this, and then there is a new week opening gap right over here. That may be the draw on liquidity, but that wouldn't make this a continuation trade, which something, again, I'm not that great at. So I'm looking to see if there are any entry models. Maybe it'll come take out liquidity like this right here, and I want to enter long, but I don't know if that is my model, so I'm not going to do anything. But I do see the drawn liquidity up here. Really interesting, and I thought I'd include this in the video journal. I do find myself trying to catch a trade, almost like forcing a trade. I haven't entered anything, but part of me is like, oh, let's get long here just because I'm so bullish, but it's not my model. And that's the thing. It's like I'm thinking the market wants to go somewhere, and I'm almost like forcing my will on it when that is not my model. So that's something I'm just documenting, so I know what to work on for next time, as in just wait patiently until there is a sweep of liquidity. Then there needs to be a displacement with a break of structure, and then I'd enter in on a fair value gap and a order block. And I just need to backtest trend trading a little bit more before I get in on it. Okay, so taking a look at this, price did go above. There is an order block right here. I want to enter in long right here on the 5 minute, and then if I did that, I'd put a stop here. So that would be 7 handles of risk. I think that might be a little too much for me, especially because it just took out liquidity. It's possible price may want to come down before it rallies to the new week opening gap drawn liquidity up here. So not gonna enter. All right, so I'm watching this. It looks like liquidity got swept, and then I want to see how this 5 minute candle goes. If it takes this out right here, that means we might have a change in structure. Then I could try entering in short on this order block or this fair value gap, and then I would target this right here, these relative equal lows on the 5-minute, and that comes to the CE of this wick. So that would be my target, but I need to see it break below this and then come retest this and see immediate rejection. Okay, so watching this, the fact that price did not displace below this, actually stopped right at the CE of this, makes me think that we are bullish here. I'm looking to see if there are any sort of entry models, but there's nothing here because there are relative equal lows, so I'm not going to be entering anything here. All right, taking a look at the 5-minute, looks like we might be in a sell program right now. Price just broke below this, and if that's the case, we could try entering a short right here. It's about 2 handles at risk. I'm going to be targeting 45.2150. Perfect, got filled. I don't want price to go above this, and if it does, it'll take me out, so that's okay. And I'll probably get stopped. There we go. I guess it was just a low quality trade. The reason why I took that is looked like a change of structure, and so I was looking for bearish entries, but here we're literally just in a consolidation. This is just giant, lots of chop and where I shouldn't be trading, but I guess part of me just wanted to enter into a trade, and so I got stopped. I don't know, it's like I'm trying to force a trade because of FOMO, or just like, oh, nothing's happening in the market, let me try to make a trade, and that's exactly what's happening. So I don't know what it is, but I am almost in my daily max loss for today, so I'm just gonna hold off, and I'm going to, maybe I'll make one more trade, but I only have 2 handles of risk capital left, so it needs to be a good A+ setup for me to make the trade. All right, take a look at this. So price, took me out. It stopped above this. I mean, this whole thing was chopped, so it was good that I was not trading it. I mean, I took a trade, I took the loss, but I'm glad I didn't re-enter into it because of this. So I want to see where price wants to go. This was actually my initial target, assuming the original short worked, but it did not. So right now I see a order block here. I want to see how price reacts to this one on the 15-minute. On the 1 hour, there's a CE of this wick. I want to see how price reacts right here, which is also the CE right here on the 5-minute. And this could honestly just be a liquidity grab right now to potentially long, but there's a lot of different levels to this, so there's nothing here I could trade. But looks like the 15-minute hit the order block, and it is showing some sort of rejection. This could be a good long right here, 45.21. Okay, well, I got in, and I'm gonna target relative equal highs right here. I don't know, actually, probably a bad trade. I tried to enter off the 15-minute, which was a bad choice, so I'm gonna close. I closed it, took a 1-tick loss. Okay, so this past trade, I know 100% I did not follow my rules. Yeah, it swept liquidity, but there was no displacement candle and there was no break of structures, so I just straight up entered, knowing that there are a bunch of short targets below my entry point. So that was just a straight FOMO trade, and just was not at all well executed. So definitely need to review this trade, figure out why I did what I did, and not do that again, right? Just it's easier said than done. Just don't trade, right? But there's something about, oh, you're waiting for hours and you see something that looks familiar, and so you want to trade it. And yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening. So I need to just simmer down, relax, and wait for my setup, and then push the button. And the 15 seconds really shooting up. I want to see how it reacts right here on the 1 minute. Maybe I'll come take down one more time. Price came right into this fair value gap. I wanted to see how it reacted. It went down, and then here on the 1 minute, there was an inverse fair value gap. Basically right there, price came, hit it exactly, and then rejected. This could have been a good short for me, put a stop here. Targeted these lows, and if I missed that, there was this bearish order block I could enter in on, and right here there is another one. But if you look right here on the 1 hour, we're almost at the CE, so we're getting close to the bottom, so I'm not going to do that. So I am going to start looking for longs. Bought at market, maybe way too early, but this is my last trade. If I stop out, I'm done, because I am too trigger happy right now. I'm not trading well at all, and I am gonna be done after this trade. The only reason why I entered, I'm using 15 seconds, maybe that's my issue. I did see price wanna come up here, took this out, create a wick. I'm bullish, but honestly, none of this looks good, so I kind of just wanna exit. Plus I used a market order. I'm just definitely not feeling the best right now for trading, and so yeah, I'm gonna see how this trade plays out. After this, I am done for the day. 45.2150, or it could be higher, so I'm gonna actually try to exit at, or you know what, we'll just see how this goes. Yeah, I don't know, I moved my target to relative equal highs, but it's not my model, so I want to exit here, call it good, be happy. Just a few more ticks. There we go, perfect. It's like from maximum daily loss almost to basically a break-even day, so that is good. Happy about it. I may tape read for the rest of the day, or if I see a really good setup, I might take it, but I am pretty much going to be done trading for right now. Well, that was the end of the day. Started negative and ended up break even, and I am happy I am done. So I mean, I learned a lot. So this upcoming weekend, I'm going to be doing a recap video and basically go through all the mistakes I made and certain things I did well, so that way I can continue leveling up my trading, and for you that's watching to also learn what to do and what not to do. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love this video.